Fat ass mole.
Fat face mole. You better rack off your mole.
Dumb mole.
Welcome to Mole Patrol!
G'day, Mole.
That was our best intro so far.
I think it was. I think that the deep looking like fat ass mole. I felt that in my soul.
I actually have put on a bit of weight. Thanks for noticing.
You're off the keto now, Mole.
You fat shaming, Mo?
No more keto, Mole. What's up, Mole?
Oh, good. How's things been?
Yeah, good. I've just been traveling a lot. I got back from Hong Kong and India
Nice.
last week. Went to my first ever Indian wedding a week and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
that's like a festival.
I think I had the Mehendi ceremony. That's where they put the henna on their hands, right? And it's just almost coming off now. But it was wild because they basically these women sit there and they just and it's insane.
How many people were at it? Like,
oh, the Mehendi is basically the bride's family, so there was probably around probably 50, 60 people there,
wow.
over the day. But there's two women on each, so you sit there with your hands out like this, and they just make art on your hands. It's insane.
like Ganesh, just
just like this, right? And
stencil me.
And then what my boyfriend's sister was like, oh, why don't you get the swash stick on your hand? Because obviously in Hindu,
because they don't live in Germany anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? And then I was like, as if I'm gonna get that on my fucking right hand and go back to Germany and be like, hello, Hallöchen.
Excuse me, guys, did someone drop a sweet swastika?
Yeah, right. And I was like, oh my god. But it was an amazing kind of thing. And then I went to Hong Kong.
Wow,
and,
Hong Kong, the best food city in the world. It's unreal, man.
I ate so much yum cha. It was ridiculous. And picked up another Labubu on my travels. This is our Mole Labubu.
He's our little mascot.
My little mascot.
He
is
watches me
fake
while I
Prada. And I was literally on stage and one of my fans gave me a full Labubu on stage.
Class.
Yeah, so
if this was 10 years ago, that would sound like some kind of really horrendous sex act.
Yeah,
One of my fans gave me a full Labubu.
Gave me a full
Jesus,
Labubu.
are you okay?
It sounds like a wax as well.
Yeah, doesn't it? I'm going to a wedding, guys. I'm going to get a full Labubu front and back. Can I get a front and back Labubu?
Yeah, mystery unboxing. So yeah, it was wild. I had such a good time. I fucking love I love gigging in India as well. It's so much fun.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I've never gigged there. It's on my list for sure.
Yeah, it's wild. So just been traveling and then just moved to London.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Mole.
City of dreams.
I feel bad coming to Ireland being I just moved to England.
Australian and London. What?
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, shock. Do you know what?
I'm in Shepherd's Bush, actually. It's pretty up and coming.
That's where I get my Labubu waxed. It's wild because I think in Germany I was still a little exotic, and then now I go to London and all I hear is oh, you fucking cunt, and I'm just oh no.
What do you mean you don't sell any Tim Tams? They've started selling Tim Tams in Ireland.
Get fucked.
I swear to God.
How much?
I don't know. They're in deals or something like that.
Yeah. Do you know
probably
what?
get two for a fiver.
It's actually cheaper to buy them in Tesco here in the UK, in the UK or Ireland.
Yeah.
Instead of Australia's more expensive to buy Tim Tams.
For Tim Tams?
For Tim Tams. That's
mental. Well, saying that, you can still, Guinness is still really expensive in Temple Bar, and it's brewed down the river. You can literally see it.
Yeah, but that's everything's fucking expensive in this city.
I know,
but
still,
I feel crack is still cheap.
Crack is the only thing that's cheap. Crack and actual crack are the probably best bang for your buck you'll get in Ireland in 2025.
That, hasn't hit inflation, hasn't hit crack yet.
Not yet. That's the last bastion of hope.
Yeah, right.
When inflation hits crack.
Amazing. So yeah, what else has been happening?
I've been flat out. I'm getting ready to tour my show that I did at the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Last few dates are going in now. I'm going to about 5 or 6 different countries with that.
Amazing.
So I'm looking forward to just doing it now, but I needed a bit of a hiatus mentally after the Edinburgh Festival.
I honestly don't know how you do it. That place is like an institution. I feel like
it puts you in an institution after it.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I haven't done it since I think. But to be fair, I think the last time I did it, properly in 2017.
Yeah.
When I did the Dirty Cabaret Liquid Rooms, and and there was guy I remember he was just in the audience. He was so drunk. He's slut, you're a slut.
It's no one would even believe you the horrors that go on.
Know.
I had a guy once when I was in Underbelly down in the Cowgate. And I think belly dancer was my room, right?
Yeah.
It was 135 seater, but it was a really weird room. It was only say 8 rows deep, and then it was all really wide, so the audience was kind of all around you. And this guy, he was good crack in fairness. Him and his missus, they were hammered, but they were all right. They weren't ruining the show. They were a good laugh. And he just kind of gets up because he was hammered, and he went to walk out to the door into the venues in line with where I am.
Yeah.
It's a little centre aisle. Goes to walk out, and I'm watching him going out, so no one else can see him walk out, obviously, except me. And then he just collapses, hits the door so hard, he hits it with his face, the door frame, knocks himself out cold, and then his legs are inside, and he's just out. It's like someone shot him. And then the woman's screaming. He's like, oh my God, he's dead. I was like, he's not dead. So I had to stop the show, run over, and I was trying to put him in like a recovery position, right? When I flipped him over, it looked like he'd put a tea cake under his skull. It was like the biggest, and I'm like, to my tech, we should probably get a medic. And then I had to like awkwardly like push his legs out over the threshold of the door and then close the door while the paramedics dealt with him. And then I'm like, okay, let's get back into the show. I was just like, man.
That reminds me of my friend who was on a flight from, I think, Istanbul to London, and someone died on the flight, but it was like an A320, so it wasn't like a 777 where they could move the body around.
Beef or chicken.
Sorry, just step over. Beef or chicken. Right? And so they literally had, like, they had to put him at the front of the plane, and his legs were just in the aisle. And they covered him with a blanket. I think it was like a Pegasus airline, so it was like super cheap.
Like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, right. And they're like trying to like make it as if like nothing is happening, is because they don't want to like say that someone's died.
Excuse me.
It's just like, they didn't want to like pay for an emergency landing, so they're just like, oh well, he's dead. Like we'll just keep flying.
It's not going to get better. Like in fairness.
Right? Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, crazy.
What a way to go. At least he was on wasn't on a Ryanair. Like that would be pretty bleak. Like.
I feel like I mean Pegasus is pretty like up there with Ryanair.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's insane. Do you know what as well? Like. I always think about this stuff as well. This is perfect for this episode because we're speaking, about work moles.
Work moles. Exclusively work moles.
I don't think there is any greater collection of moles on the planet than work moles.
Because you know what, like I think we work in such a personal like environment. Like we're in comedy. Like I mean, the only moles we deal with are maybe bookers or agents or other
shitty promoters, venue managers, whatever it may be. But at least you have the freedom that you can just work somewhere else,
and you can actually go up to someone and be like, "You're a cunt." You know?
yeah.
But like my boyfriend.
And when did you realise you were a complete cunt?
Yeah, but my boyfriend works in corporate, and like they have to go around it. Like, and never say you're a cunt. No. They have to be like, excuse me, I just want to circle back to the email that you wrote, and I'm just feeling very frustrated. And like, you're like, no, you
horrible.
just want to say you're a cunt.
Yeah.
You can't say it. Oh man,
it's horrible. And then like here in Ireland as well, I remember my mate was working in banking and he was really high up, and like people would just not come into work for like years and they'd be like, oh, I've got mental health problems, and then they would get bonuses whilst they're out with their mental health, and then when he'd be like, can you give me some proof because like, you know, this is a piss take basically, and they were like, you're bullying me. And he's like, you can't do anything because the bureaucracy and the corporate world, and it's so hard to fire people. I know. It's so hard in 2025. It's nearly impossible.
I have a bunch of friends that are all on mental health leave, and they're literally just doing shitloads of ketamine and going out and doing drugs on the weekend, and they're just like, I
just can't get better.
Yeah. I'm just having a mental health episode. Maybe because it's the ketamine.
I've just been sniffing keys every weekend, but I don't think I could get it back to work. Like,
it's just wild. Like, I mean, we just don't have that, and I'm just like, that is such a kind of thing. So we
perfect time for our soundboard, actually.
Yeah.
I don't want to be some mole.
Fuck. So we've got some moles of the week that our lovely fans.
Work-related moles of the week.
Work-related. So we're going to start off with our first mole of the week. So, and I believe this is something to do with being a manager, but let's play it. Here we go.
I work in sales, and my mole of the week is a couple of weeks ago, a guy got fired for a really valid reason, something really stupid he did. And just after he left, he sent an email to HR with everything bad me and my boss had ever done in one list. And my boss got fired, and I didn't. Well, one small detail. I wrote the list. But,
yeah, you mole.
It's the way.
I think that's fucking brilliant.
I love that shit.
He must have sent like the list.
He created it.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I love that.
He's going to get promoted probably.
That level, do you know what? I love that level of petty revenge. I love hearing people's like work confessions and stuff. So it reminds me of that the TV show Malcolm in the Middle years ago, where the dad took every Friday off, and they tried to frame him for embezzlement in the show, and basically he had all these ticket stubs to prove it wasn't him, because he'd secretly taken every Friday off and just gone to theme parks by himself and like not told his family and stuff. And I remember one of my friends, developed a way like to sleep on his own knees in work. So he would get into a toilet cubicle and he'd kind of press himself up against the wall and then would like have a nap on his own knees, like. And
it's what I mean. This is also why a lot of people would smoke, like because especially hospitality workers, because like it's the only way that you would get a break.
I saw a brilliant thing where this guy he didn't smoke and he calculated. I used to hate that when I worked in hospitality. It was so unfair. Can you stay here and work while we go outside and have to crack for 20 minutes and get a bit of a buzz off our sweet nicotine?
Yeah, right.
And it's like going for smoke breaks. He added up all of their smoke break times and then he emailed his boss and he's like, I'm owed 4 hours from cigarette breaks, so I'm just going to leave early on Friday.
Amazing. Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Isn't it?
What a great... Yeah, I think that's the thing like I used to hate about, hospitality is like, because I'd just be like working and then like they'd all just be off and like fucking like smoking. And, like...
It's hard, especially when you're handling food and stuff. I struggle with that. Like, especially when you're in Edinburgh and you see someone outside a restaurant and they're like hammering a smoke and I'm you can't do that, man. Like, at least go out the back.
I mean, to be fair, my grandfather like was a baker and he used to just have his smoke like hanging out his mouth and he'd just be doing... I'm like, there's probably ash in that like fucking ciabatta.
Yeah, no doubt. Like,
just like good. He's like allora.
You like my Pompeii. Pompeii bread.
Yeah, I think maybe. Fuck yeah, that's probably even capitalized on it. But like
respect what
the Italians, like the wogs used to be like just fucking in their thing. They'd be like cooking. They'd be like fucking half a hairnet on the Greeks and like the fish and chip shop.
My grandaunt did that once actually. She had like a dinner party and she loved smoke and she only recently gave up. She vapes now. She's 90. She started vaping at 89. Which is commendable.
Yeah.
Like hoof and the watermelon ice, like.
Wow. I mean, if you're that age, you're like, fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore.
I was laughing my head off. My mum was like, she only vapes when she drinks.
Flashback to like some 22-year-olds like, I only vape when I drink.
Yeah. I kind of respect for smokers because you know how absolutely horrendous it is for you. Yeah. And I respect them, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you know, and you're still going for it, like. Yeah,
I think like, I don't know, I tried vaping. Actually, vaping is like, it's so addictive, man.
No, it's horrendous.
It's so crazy.
I know you get like popcorn lung and all that stuff. Like, the thing that I hate the most, I've had mates going, it's actually just water vapor. I'm like, no, it isn't.
It's chemicals.
Water vapor is steam that's coming out of your fucking kettle.
Literally, and like there's no regulation on it whatsoever.
Of course there isn't.
So there's some in Germany that literally is like maybe 4 packets of cigarettes in one day.
Oh yeah.
So like you just like do like
a little Lost Mary is like I think it's like 600 blasts.
Jesus.
Like if someone said to you today, I need you to have 600 drags off a cigarette, you'd be throwing up and everything. Yeah, right. And those little snooze patches things as well, but they're all ramming around their gums.
Like, and that's what I love about like the Nordic countries like Sweden and like Norway and stuff. Like they fucking love like
Sweden. They love it. They're obsessed.
And you'll see the hottest chick, right? She's like gorgeous, stunning, like whatever, and then she'll just be like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, it's horrible. It's like they're pulling it. I just like. It's like someone like, you know, if you have something stuck in your teeth, and you just sorry. But imagine if something stuck in your teeth, and you're like, it's just so fucking scummy.
I remember talking to this guy, and he must have slept with this girl. He was like, "Oh yeah, she was so hot," and went back to like her place, and her pillow was all like brown from just like drooling,
snooze drooling.
He was like some of them sleep with it in as well. They're just like,
what the fuck? No, leave it in. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, you wouldn't even want to kiss that now. But it's so
come closer and kiss my snoozy lips.
Yes, snoozy lips. Let me just change my patch.
Let me just change my snoozy patch. That's fucking gross.
So gross.
That's proper ick territory.
It is proper ick territory. But we're talking about work moles today, so we got to do this. So our next one we have, I think this one's from Australia.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I think let's hear it.
My mole of the week is my boss. She's really, really rude to me. She basically told me that I had to get all this work done like within my notice period, which, yep, cool, trying to do it, trying to get it done, trying to do 4 people's jobs. Love that for me.
I just love that for me.
That is someone who has truly given up.
Yeah, I can just feel like the thing is just like, because that is the thing. Like, I think if you tend to like be good at your job, I think the thing is you need to be shit at your job.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're like
quiet quitting.
Yeah, like, or just
like, below average.
But the more you do, the more your boss is like, oh yeah, we'll give you more work. So it's just like, actually, let's just breadcrumb and like.
If you 100%, and if you work really hard, you get punished for it. Yeah. And I remember when I was working in like youth work and stuff. I remember I got my first paid weekend in the Laughter Lounge, and I went to my boss. All my colleagues just called in sick. Loads of them called in sick constantly, and there was no repercussions. They all got full pay. I never did, right? And I went to my boss and I said, in 3 weeks' time, I've got my first weekend. Is there any chance I can finish an hour early so I can make the shows? It was not I don't think that's an outlandish request. No. And she called me in as like, there's a conflict here. So you need to decide, would you rather stay working for $17.50 an hour and have like kids throw stones through your car window? Or like, and I'm like this, it was just so unreasonable. Like, and then obviously like time went on, I actually moved into the homeless and addiction services because they were sounder and you could pick your shifts and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But I was just like what kind of logic is that? Like, if you try to be sound, or you're like, you know, but if people just lie and say I'm sick, you can't do anything about it, people just go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the beauty of it, I think. Like, and then there's people who are actually like legitimately sick and then feel bad about calling in sick. You know what I mean? Where some people are just like, yeah, whatever. All right, let's keep listening.
Go. Anyway, finally today, I was like, nope, enough's enough. I'm out on Monday. And then she was like, oh, I can just get someone else to do your job. And I was like, I don't think a 22-year-old knows how to make wine. But, yeah, give it a whirl, doll.
I think it's that thing of like, we could just replace you with some Gen Z kid. Like,
it sounds like definitely vaping, 100%.
Making wine is like what, like,
it's masterful skill.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine? I mean, unless you go to prison and you're 20, like you.
When you make prison wine. Hooch with like a little thing of Tesco orange juice and some sugar and some chewing up some rinds.
Yeah.
I've done my research.
I was gonna say, how do you fucking know that, Danny?
I've actually done loads of prison gigs.
Yeah, I know. That's like.
Anyway, she was like, oh, you can just drive back 10 hours to just finish the job, can't you?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, no, you fuckwit. I have literally had enough. Anyway, this is the same person who told me that she was only so harsh on me because she wanted to see me succeed and prove myself. So, yeah, that's my story for Mole of the Week.
Hang on, keep going.
Oh, is it?
I'm traumatized and she's a fucking mole.
That should be a soundbite. I'm traumatized and she's a fucking mole.
Yeah, definitely.
God, I hate that, like that sort of like that gaslighting as well. Like turning around, like,
it's the worst.
If you don't, I hate that. You know, I was just doing this to make you a stronger person.
Do you know what? Like people always talk about like gaslighting and abusive relationships and stuff like that. Honestly, I think more of that shit happens with your family and your work than in your personal relationships.
100. I think even just work. Like, because that's the thing. Like, if you're trying to get something, you're trying to get like a promotion or whatever, you have to appease these and people in HR. I'm sorry, but everyone I've met in HR is not a nice person.
I saw a brilliant thing, and it's just like with HR, it's like, always remember their job is to protect the company and not you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a few mates who work in HR or for like the Irish government and stuff like that, and they're just getting on with it. They don't they've no agenda because no one has an agenda because they're civil servants.
Yeah, right.
So he's grand. Like, he's just like, listen, but like. Yeah, you're so, it's a nightmare job to have to deal with as well, to sit someone down and tell them that they're
like managing moles, like just manager moles. Like, I feel like managers are moles, like project managers, product manager. Like,
you have to have a certain level in you. But then, like, you need organised people to do shit or nothing gets done.
Yeah, and then you actually need... But that it's a tough thing to be a manager because you also have to, like, have a good team. And, like, to do that, you have to not be a cunt, you know?
Yeah. I think it's true as well. Like, it's the further I go with comedy and stuff like that, I have a really small network of people that I just work with. And I just, like, I don't... We've probably thousands, at least 1,000 acquaintances, I suppose, between us. You know what I mean?
Course.
So I always forget about loads of people you've worked with, and then you go to the fringe, and you're like, Jesus, I did that weekend with that person, or a festival with that person, or whatever it may be. And then I think, like, you just got to keep your circle small. But I don't envy it, like, because, like, I think back when even if I'm on the road, and I got pneumonia twice last year from burnout, and I was like, man, I can't keep going like this. But then, like, even if I've done the worst gig, like the worst crowd, and you're just driving home, you can't even turn the fucking radio on because you're just in silence, just like, you're just mentally, like her, mentally beaten down. Yeah. And then I think about, like, the time, like, you know, someone tried to attack me with a syringe when I worked in the homeless service, and then I'm like, just suck it up.
I think that's the thing.
Suck it up.
Like, as comics, like, we've always had so many other jobs, which kind of, you know, now we, like, as much as sometimes we're like, oh, that show was shit, or the travel is horrible, like, fucking
when it's done, it's done.
But actually, like, when you're on stage, it's like like last week when I was in Hong Kong, I was like, before that, I was like, oh, fuck, man, like, what am I doing? I should just go and get like a normal job. And then you get on stage and you have an amazing show.
Makes it all better, yeah.
And you're just like, you know what? Like, I'm so lucky to be able to
Comedy
do this.
gaslights you, because what it does
it is a toxic relationship.
It is. It's a toxic relationship with yourself, because what it
Yeah.
does is it gives you this massive dopamine hit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's fucking deadly. And then you
Yeah.
got to go back. It's all the shit in between.
Yeah.
The gig is the best crack. It's the best
Yeah,
bit. It's the best
yeah.
fun. What's your worst job you've ever done?
Oh my god! So I had a few when I first moved to Berlin. Like, I mean, I've done a lot. I've worked a lot of hospitality, retail, and all of that to kind of like, I taught kids like fucking 3-year-olds how to sing, and that like every week I got gastro.
Do me so.
You know, it was so funny. I like handed them out lyrics. I was like, all right, we're gonna sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and this girl put her hand up. She's like, Miss Eleanor, we don't know how to read.
Well, you better fucking learn then, you fucking ball.
Yeah, you're only year 3. Fucking, you should be reading at a 6th grade level. Like, no, the worst job, when I first moved to Berlin, like, I was, like, running out of money and I needed to get a job, and I was, like, looking for anything. Like, I was, like, I'll be a cleaner. I'll be, like, not anything. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, OnlyFans. I don't think it was around in 2016. And so I decided to go for a job, because it was a Deliveroo job.
Fuck off.
But, like,
Did you even have a car?
No, like an OG rider, like before even electric bikes were in, like a bicycle. So I rock up to the job interview, like with a bunch of, like, it was like everyone, like immigrants, right? So it was me, like Bangladeshis, Indians, like, yeah, all these like Filipino, like whatever in this thing. And I'm just like there and I'm like,
I love it. Like, it's so funny. Like, people use the word immigrant and they're like, but if you're white, it's an expat. You're an immigrant.
Yeah, I'm like
I was an immigrant when I was in Australia, like everywhere.
Like. 100% immigrant, right?
Yeah.
I was like, so I rock up and like, I rock up to the kind of job interview, which was like a trial run. 3 hours. Now, Danny, I bought a bike, which is like an old East Berlin bike with no gears.
One of those little pedal ones.
Yeah, like a pedal bike.
They're for like taking psychedelics and going down by a river.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know that, but I was like, oh, Berlin's pretty flat. Like, I'll just like do that. So I rock up to the job interview and I'm there, and then this like German guy rocks up. Like, he literally, it was like a scene from a movie. He just like rocks up on a speed bike, like stops there, and he's like, hello, and then he looks at my bike. He's like, is that what you're riding with? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, good luck.
What is he, like your instructor?
He was like full lycra, like it looked like he was like, you know, the clip in like kind of clock shoes, like clock,
that's such tech bro energy,
right? And I was like, okay, and he's like, yeah, he's like, good luck, right? And so we get our first one, right? And there's one hill in Berlin, like one hill, and of course we get a job that's up that fucking hill.
Man, so what do you have to do a delivery to prove you can do a delivery?
Yeah, that you, I don't know, you can ride a bike.
We are not convinced of your skills.
Yeah, when I rock up on an East Berlin bike, right? So I'm like there, and then I turn the corner.
Better than the West one, in fairness.
Yeah, right. He's like in the West, I'm there. So I ride the bike, and we're all at the same pace, right? And then we turn the corner, and I see this motherfucking hill, and I was like, no. And so I'm like. And then they go up there, like already at the top of the hill, and he looks behind me, and I'm like,
stop, that's the worst.
Sweating.
I've actually got secondhand embarrassment and anxiety.
And we get up the hill, right? And of course in Berlin, like all these like places, like, you know, don't have an elevator.
Yeah.
So we get to like the thing, and I was like, please be on the first floor, please be on the first floor, right? And
what were you delivering?
Delivering like, I don't know, food, like just like the food delivery, like whatever, like some like Asian Vietnamese dish or something. And then so we get into the building, and then he buzzes us up, and it's like on the 6th floor. No. So I'm like there already sweating, and I'm like, and then like the German guy ahead of me is like two steps at a time, like clop, clop, clop with these fucking things. And we get up there, and then eventually like they just kept going, and I just kind of
just veered off.
Yeah, just veered off to Tempelhof. I'm like, doing my own thing. And then they were like, I'm sorry, you did not get it as a job. And I was like, oh, I was devastated. I was like, I needed this job. And then 3 months later, they messaged me. They're like, do you still need a job?
Have you got any fitter?
Yeah, have you got a better bike? Yeah, right. Oh my god, I was the most embarrassed I've ever been in that thing. But like, yeah, didn't get the job. So
that's rock bottom.
That was pretty rock bottom.
I think that's probably a perfect way to end this episode, because I don't think anything can top that level of sadness. Yeah, it
was pretty embarrassing, right? Oh man,
we're all in the gutter, Elena. But some of us are looking at the Deliveroo man in the distance.
That is your bike? Good luck. Anyway, what a fun time.
It was good crack.
So yeah, should we like and subscribe, guys? Follow us on all the platforms.
And please sign up to our Patreon as well. We've got loads of cool giveaways and stuff. And give us a follow.
Moles, yeah.
Yeah, give us a follow. Oh yeah, we got bonus moles. And give us a follow for all of our upcoming live tour dates.
Yeah.
And we do a few collabs as well and festivals. We've got a few exciting live show announcements coming soon.
Amazing. All right. Peace
See you
out,
next time, moles.
Fat
Bye.
ass mole.
Fat face mole. You better rack off your mole.
Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole.
Shut up, you mole.
Shut up, mole.
Yeah, you mole.
Such a mole.